Hey everybody, welcome back, and it has been a crazy week when it comes to games journalism, the media freaking out over Gamergate 2 as they're trying to call it, although I think we should try to stay away from that term. I think we need to just kind of stick with Sweet Babygate, or I don't know, let's figure out a different name so that they don't dub this Gamergate 2 and start trying the same crap they did the first time around. But what we've seen this week is the Kotaku editor-in-chief resigning over the fact that their boss basically told them, look, you guys need to get back to making game guides and walkthroughs and less time spurging out online about politics and, who you hate and triggering your entire customer base being gamers. So it's been pretty interesting to see after the editor-in-chief stepped down. I believe her name was Chief Glennon. All these other journalists came out in support of her, saying how evil and terrible her boss is and how they just don't know what's best, and basically screw the corporate world. We're the ones doing the hard work, and people don't know how important journalists really are. Okay, if you feel that way about yourself, I guess you have overinflated sense of self-worth or something. Not my problem, whatever. So now what we have, Alyssa Mercante, the senior editor-in-chief over at Kotaku, the one that wrote one of those fabulous articles supporting Sweet Baby Inc. a couple of weeks ago. She has been going on the warpath trying to get views on her website because she knows Kotaku's dying. She knows it's a matter of time before she's out of a job. So instead of, backing off and maybe doing what her boss has instructed and saying, hey, let's focus on gaming and less on our political beliefs and attacking our customer base, she has decided to try to go after YouTubers. So what we have here is an article from That Park Place talking about Mark Kern, who goes by Grums on Twitter. He was one of the lead developers on World of Warcraft. Very, very long history of work that he's done in the gaming space as a developer. Warning Kotaku that they are opening themselves up to lawsuits because editor Alyssa Mercante is trying to dig up dirt on Melonie Mac. And if you don't know who Melonie Mac is, she's a YouTuber, Twitch streamer. She's been around for a while, hangs out with geeks and gamers. And again, you don't have to like these people. You don't have to like these people to see what is going on here. So essentially what we have going on, and is pointed out in this article, it's part of a lengthy thread that was stemmed with Mercante sending out a call for dirt on Melonie Mac. As shared by YouTuber Nerdigans, Mercante originally posted, there's a story I've been simmering that I really want to pick back up again. If anyone has any connections to a prominent female Twitch streamer / gaming personality who leans very hard into Christianity and homophobia, DM me or email me at the link in my bio. Mac responded, you could always just talk to me if you want, but it looks like you'd rather find people who don't like me to help you formulate some hate and lies to fit a narrative you've inevitably made up in your head for your witch hunt. Mercante responded by confirming her original post was about Mac, saying, hi Melonie, I would love a chance to talk to you. My email's in my bio if you want to reach out. I planned on sending one your way early next week as it's EOD for me. Thanks. Mac replied, judging by your tweet and lack of tagging me in it, your intentions appear to be in bad faith, but I sent an email happy to chat. And you can see the tweet messages back and forth on here. So Mark Kern, started saying how Kotaku editor Alyssa Mercante has a weird grudge against Melonie Mac and wants to fight her. Well, she's done this with a few people. I mean, hell, she wanted to fight the Quartering or something, and it's like the dude is like 300 pounds. I can't imagine that would go well for her. Kern continued, she has convinced Kotaku to let her write a hit piece on Melonie, calling out anyone with rumors for ammo. This is not journalism, it's angry and a power play, and that's 100% correct. These people are just freaking out, swinging, flailing wildly, trying their hardest to gain any sort of relevancy because the media, the traditional legacy media, newspapers and watching the 9 o'clock news on the TV, those things are a dinosaur at this point. Journalism online is slowly behind it. It's right there. It's creeping along right behind traditional media. So he says, next, he noted that Mercante is attempting to build up her own profile in the wake of her hit piece on Cabrutus Rambo. That was the guy who created the Steam curator page for Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. He said, as Alyssa fights over the scraps at Kotaku, she's been very busy drumming up PR for herself. A combination of nerd-baiting tweets in an interview tour with the CBC and Nerds of Culture is an obvious attempt to curry visibility. And this did not go well for her. This interview on Nerds of Culture, my God, she got so ratioed. It was beautiful. You can even see on here 230 something down votes to like 85 up votes. So it gets even better. I could stay on this article, but I just kind of want to highlight a few things that have happened since then. Well, I've seen people online arguing about whether or not Melonie Mac's even a Christian, and that's just lame. I'm sorry. You can't even get to know somebody's personal faith unless you know them in person. Judging it based on what they say online, give me a break, whatever. But that's not even the interesting part. The interesting part is Alyssa Mercante here, who you can see has me blocked, decided to reveal in the middle of all this mess, after somebody dragged up an archived tweet, that she apparently was a cam girl before she worked at Kotaku, which is quite interesting. I'm not sure where that was on her resume, but Kaguya's Top Gal brought up this archived tweet where it says, and this is Alyssa Mercante, "I'm just going to go back to sex work because at least then I get effed a lot and I'll get paid well for it." And she seemingly has confirmed that this is a real tweet, because on this little thread here, this guy had quote tweeted the actual picture and said, "Alyssa would rather sell her ass in the streets than write video game guides LMFAO." Alyssa Mercante then quote tweeted and said, "Demonizing sex work? Harassing women who speak out exponentially more than men? At least bring your misogyny out of the Mad Men era. Yawn." So apparently this is where Alyssa Mercante got her start in journalism, selling her body online. And again, I am not saying that to necessarily shame anybody who is in a position where they feel they have to do that. I don't agree with it, but hey, I get it. Times are tough for certain people. Certain things unfortunately happen when you have to make ends meet. But there's a difference between saying, yeah, things happen, and trying to paint this as demonizing sex work when she's the one that tweets out, "I could just go back to getting effed because it gets me more money than doing this job." I mean, this is unreal. And instead, she decides to go after somebody who's an outspoken Christian, much like Grums points out here, how Deadspin went after this kid who wore, war paint to a Chiefs game and tried to paint him as a racist, and then got sued into oblivion. So I'm hoping that this is going to end up the same way for Kotaku. I would love to see them be done in the next month, maybe 2 months. We could give it 2 months. Get a lawsuit going, get these people all fired, and then just clean house. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this. I found this to be very interesting. It's definitely the sign of a person acting out of desperation who, again, they're just flailing about wildly. They know that they're on life support and somebody's going to come pull the plug soon, and I'm here for it. Let me know what you think about all this down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.